Let's be like this. Be like this. Let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with.
And y'all really thought we were gonna slide through Christmas and ring in the new year without hearing from Tamar Braxton? Nah, that's not happening. Tamar is back in the headlines because of Mendeecees, the guy she allegedly had some kind of fling with. Now, whether he was married or not, or whatever his situation was, everyone knew he had something going on the side. Mendeecees does an interview claiming that he and Yandy weren't really married. And of course, Tamar hits social media with a whole lot to say. But here's the kicker. She's saying she never got involved with a married man. Hold up, what does that mean, Tamar?
Let's be like this. Be like this. Let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendeecees had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it all. So since you were throwing a party for a friend's birthday party, do y'all wanna know why I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house? Because after her and Mendeecees got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all was kissing.
Now, of course, during all this drama between Funky and Tamar, Funky straight up admitted he didn't feel comfortable. He felt uneasy around Mendeecees and Tamar, especially when they were all lovey-dovey and doing their thing. If y'all don't remember, Funky Diva is tight with Quad, and Quad is close with Dandy. So yeah, you can see why he'd feel off if Tamar is cozying up to Jan's fake husband or her boyfriend or whatever title they're using for their relationship. I get where he's coming from. It was awkward, plain and simple. Well, listen up again. Tamar is back in the headlines the day after Christmas, after Mendeecees drops that bomb. He and Dandy never actually filed the paperwork to make their marriage official. They didn't do it the first time, obviously. We knew because Mendeecees went to jail. But when did Mendeecees get out? Still no paperwork. And now we gotta talk about what Tamar said, because it looks like she basically confirmed this whole situation just by adding her 2 cents.
Know how to take, the rumors that were starting to circulate about you in the streets, because it was like, dang, if she held him down.
So even if me and Yandy decide to break up, it's no one's business but our household. Right? So if you see me acting inappropriate, it's appropriate for me. It's maybe not for you, because I'm sorry you wasn't in the group chat when we decided that you know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry you was in our bedroom when we had this conversation, and and that's the problem, because a lot of times these rumors, we so private that we sit back and we laugh at it, and it doesn't affect us like the way it affects the public. People be like, oh, y'all should be more transparent and let us know.
Ain't your business.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to let our children know.
Right,
that's
exactly.
Right. What's the status of you and Yandy right now?
Are we not together?
Y'all not together. So y'all getting a divorce?
Well, we never was like legally married, so I don't know what a divorce. Like.
So the rumors are true that y'all just did it for TV.
Listen, nah, I didn't do it for TV. I think listen, it was Yandy's idea, right? Because in the beginning we had I was going through legal battles with courts and fines, and she said, let's not sign the papers, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I guess it kind of just stayed that way. Then we got married again, and then we still ain't.
Yeah, because I was at one though.
Yeah, you was at.
I was there, and I had a good time.
Let me tell you something. I was shocked.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. That was about it.
Yes, I remember the special.
Yeah, listen. But you gotta think about it, right? If I look back now, I see what people going through divorce with assets and stuff like that.
You escaped. I'm going through.
Listen, we don't gotta go through none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
you won.
It kind of worked out.
How long have y'all been split, and how was the split? What was the coping?
So yeah, so I've known Yandy for like 20 years, right? So right now we've been probably split up for over a year. 20 years, you don't, it's like that person helped change you who you are today.
Yeah.
You know, you grew up. I'm matured in so many ways messing with Yandy. Like I wouldn't be the man who I am today if it wasn't for her.
That's a beautiful thing to say.
So she made me look at family different. She just made me look at life different. If I show you how closed off I was, you know, I wouldn't be even sitting here having this conversation. So, you know, it's just unfortunate that, you know, after time, we couldn't just get on.
Mendeecees talks in the interview basically about him and Yandy not being on the same page. And I feel like I know the exact moment in love and hip-hop history when their relationship started sliding downhill. There was a time when Yandy seemed super busy and ambitious, but sometimes you can't be that focused on your grind and ignore your personal relationships. I feel like Mendeecees was crying out for some kind of support, honey. Now, I know some of y'all are gonna say she held him down when he was in jail. Sure, she didn't have to, but at the end of the day, Tamar did not miss this opportunity to make it all about her. And let's just break down what Tamar had to say shortly after Mendeecees dropped his interview. Here's the thing, y'all. Why does Tamar even have a comment here? This literally had nothing to do with her, but she jumped in to remind us that Mendeecees supposedly never actually married Yandy. Now, she wasn't messing with him. It shouldn't matter if he was married or not, but let's unpack it. And of course, Tamar did not miss her chance to make it about herself, as she does anytime she gets an opportunity. After Mendeecees' interview, where he kind of made it seem like he wasn't messing with her, girl, she comes for the spotlight, saying she's accepting apologies through her Cash App. The F, please pay up according to what you called me, liar, $10, homewrecker, $20, hoe, $20, and the T, $30. She wants folks to pay her for what they called her online. Okay, Tamar, here's the T. I don't think the content creator lied about you at all. I don't think he fabricated anything. In fact, I think Mendeecees was probably sick and tired of the whole situation and just told it like it is. And the thing is, everything he said kind of lines up with what you allegedly told him, that he wasn't really married, and that's allegedly what you shared with the content creator. So suddenly, it's starting to make sense. You allegedly told Mendeecees he needed to make a statement. Isn't that exactly what we're seeing play out? So no, he didn't lie about you, but yes, Tamar, you love playing in these social media streets. So here's the reality, Tamar. By saying all this, you're basically confirming the narrative. If nothing was happening between you and Mendeecees, why drop all this drama about not being a homewrecker? What you're really doing is justifying your actions by saying he wasn't married. And honey, married or not, I'm not sure that's really your point. You care about clout, and that's clear. People in the comments are saying the same thing. Tamar said if you called her a liar, a homewrecker, a hoe, or a slut, she'd accept your apology. But is that a denial of involvement or just proof she wasn't a homewrecker? Because girl, it looks like you're confirming there was something happening but trying to justify it by the he wasn't married angle. Baby, you really need to seek some help. I like you, but some of the things you do and say are just too far gone. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. To me, she's definitely confirmed something, because why else come back and say, he wasn't married. I told y'all he wasn't married, and then add the whole Cash App drama for anyone who called her a liar, homewrecker, or hoe, or the T. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And honey, it's only December 26th. We still have a few days left in this year. What else does Tamar have up her sleeve? It's always something with her. I wish she'd use her voice for something real instead of playing in these social media streets with her shenanigans. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, stay safe, and seriously, please, I don't have time for any more gossip right now.